Enzymes. Enzymes. Why would you put an enzyme in a cleaner? Enzymes.
All right. Hey now.
Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
You might learn a ton.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
He's interested too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
And he's super cool.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
All right, so we're going to start talking about enzymes here. Let's do today's Bellringer first. Answer a few questions about pH. So what's an enzyme? An enzyme is a chemical. It's usually a protein, and its job is to join in a chemical reaction. And when it joins in, the chemical reaction speeds up. When it's not there, the chemical reaction will happen, maybe, but it'll take much longer. So we like to use enzymes in biology to keep reactions moving quick enough to keep organisms alive. If you think of pepsin in your stomach, right? Pepsin is an enzyme that breaks up protein into smaller pieces. It eventually would happen, but if you didn't have pepsin, it would take like months for the steak dinner to break down into pieces you could use. But because you have pepsin, it only takes hours, right? Can you imagine? If it took months, you'd starve to death. So what we're going to try to test in our lab is to see when enzymes, first of all, how they work, and then how does pH affect their ability to work, right? Like pH is concentration. Like gastric juice, the enzyme pepsin only works at a very low pH. If you raise the pH, it stops working. So we're going to test a few different enzymes, but mostly we're going to test ones that digest carbohydrates because they're the easiest one for us to test. We can go back and use our old iodine and Benedict's solution to test them. All right? Right, remember these two, iodine and Benedict's? Right, Benedict's was one that was blue, and then if it changed colors, right, if it changed colors, like I've got this one in here, changed colors from blue to, that's an indicator of lots of monosaccharide. In fact, the more red it gets, the more monosaccharide there is. If you recall, iodine is an indicator of polysaccharides. An indication is this kind of blue-black color. In fact, one of the things you'll see in a mixture where you have a solution where you have some poly, di, and monosaccharides, the fewer polysaccharides, the lighter this is. And that's actually going to be important for our lab. And then you remember acids, things with a low pH, and bases, things with a high pH, right? They change the condition that an enzyme might work in by either taking away hydrogen atoms or adding hydrogen ions to the solution. So, what we're going to do is we're going to see how an enzyme works in three different conditions, right? We're going to see how it works in an acid condition, see how it works in a basic condition, and then see how it works in the neutral condition. And we'll see if pH affects it.